All right. Good morning. Happy Monday. I love seeing my leaders retreat people here. We got a couple rubies and senior rubies on the call this morning, just coming in hot. Little Tasha, little Ashley, little Raquel. Come on. Little Julie. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So, good morning. Happy Monday. I'm so thankful that you decided to hop on here today and say, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to make this the best Monday ever. And I'm going to kick it off with a little Power 30. Who's with me this morning? Who's ready to go? I mean, unmute and tell me a little something if you're ready to go. I want to hear it. I want the energy to be spread.
I'm ready.
Let's go. Woo!
I'm ready.
I love it. Let's go. Lisa, it's not the same when you just put an emoji in the comments, okay? You're going to have to say it. You're going to have to say, let's go. You're going to have to get everyone fired up here and tell them.
Let's go. Come on.
Don't try to get away with a little fire emoji in the comments. Am I right, Tasha, or am I right?
Yes. Girls, let's do the damn thing.
That's better. Now I'm on board.
Here we go. Okay, I love it. So, good morning, happy Monday. Here's the thing that I want to come in here today and say is, are you guys ready to have the biggest March of your entire business? Of your entire business. Do you believe it can happen? Can I tell you that I have seen the craziest things happen in March that don't normally happen in other months because we have some really fun offerings. Also, because people are ready, people have got their tax returns, right? People are feeling a little more risky to step out and do some things. And so, what I want to talk about today is really moving your business forward. And so, something that we talked about last night, if you're on my accountability group, excuse me, is that we talked about, we talked about picking one thing to raise the level of expectation for yourself. The only person you're competing against is yourself. And how do you get to the next level is you need to do a little bit more than you were doing before. So what is that one area that you're like, okay, if I increased my expectation for myself? So who here is like, you don't go a month without signing up one person? Like, it is your expectation. It is your level. Okay, Rachel, yep, Tasha. Who on here is like, my expectation for myself is I don't go to sleep until 3 people have joined my team this month. Yes. Okay. So there's a couple of you, right? And I have seen that be true. I have seen that be true. The level of expectation that you put on yourself will come true. So if your expectation is, oh, it's okay, I'll hit it next month, guess what's going to happen? Oh, it's okay, you're going to try and hit it next month. And then you're not going to hit it next month because you didn't put the work in this month. So I want you, if you're on here, you're here to participate, right? I want you to, in the comments, every single person to put what's the one area you're going to increase your level of expectation on yourself. The level of expectation that you're increasing, that you're not allowing yourself to go to bed at night and not do. And the number one thing that I'm going to tell you that's going to stop you is old habits, is old feelings and old thoughts. So when I tell you you can think your way to diamond, it's absolutely true. Because if I can tell myself, girl, you're going to do this, I become unstoppable. I love watching Tasha's posting because it feels unstoppable to me. It's a consistent posting. I love following Rachel Wilkes because it's a consistent posting. It feels unstoppable to me. So even as a fellow ambassador, it's inspiring to me that it's like, oh yeah, get out there and do it, right? How are you showing the world that you're unstoppable? How are you showing the world that you're unstoppable? So when people say to me, Alita, how did you keep going when your husband died? And then your mom died? And then your dad died, all in the same year? Well, I'll tell you why. Because my dream and my why was big enough that I was like, I'm not going to pin this on them. I'm not going to be like, well, because of you, because you died, I can't do it, right? I couldn't do that. It was not fair. I took responsibility and I took ownership. So you have to take that responsibility and that ownership. And this month say, I'm not allowing my old habits to keep me in the same place I was. So March is like spring March madness, right? It's a chance to restart. I actually prefer it over New Year's. I think that it's a bigger month than January because people are ready to get healthy for the summer. They're excited. Spring is in the air. The sun is shining. People are feeling better and they're wanting to have that conversation. The other thing is that these incentives, y'all, are going to move people to do things that they normally wouldn't do. Who here is 100% earning the red light therapy mask facing? Who here is 100% earning either the Apple Watch or the iPad? Like you're just like, it's happening. Okay. I want you to picture you've just joined and the incentive 2 weeks ago was you could get $300. And now the incentive is you can earn $400 and an iPad or an iWatch also while developing a silver on your team. I mean, if you were considering it before, you're dang sure now you're like, sign me up. Where do I go? I want to do this. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to grab a pen and paper and I want you to just be thinking about this. Number one, you need to message every single level 1 or working level 2 that does not have a sponsor upline, 2 or 3. You need to message them by the end of today. Put yourself an expectation limit on yourself. You want to message them. I'm going to send voice messages because it's A, it's faster, B, it's more personal, and C, I don't overthink voice messages because I can't erase and stop and go back and erase and stop and go back. Come on, I'm talking to somebody. Just don't overthink it and send the messages, okay? You're going to send every level 1 a message. Now, I know the question, Alita, what do I say? If you've been here a minute, you know exactly what to say. And that's just your overthinking brain, not wanting to talk to anybody. And you're just like, I'm scared. I don't want to do it. So don't fall into that trap. I want you to message every single person who's ever ordered the products. Oh my gosh, thank you for trusting my business, for trusting me and ordering for my business. I appreciate it so much. I had to let you know. I had to let you know. Listen, I went silver after 18 months of telling my friend Jennifer, hell no, I was never going to take the products. I was never going to do the business. I signed up. And when she told me I could earn $175 because that's the OG money that was there when I signed up, you could not have stopped me. I was like, I'm earning $175 and I'm going to feel like I won the lottery. If she would have been like, you can win an iPad, I'd have been like, don't even talk to me. Don't look at me directly in the face. Don't ever call me again. You will not see me until I have 6 people and 2 silvers on my team. That is my personality, right? You're looking for the go-getters who are not like, oh, well, I don't know, maybe $300, but then you hear people that are like, okay, well, you want the 300 plus this plus that, because it's more than 300, y'all, because they're gonna have to sign up 3 and either develop a silver or sign up 6 people. They're gonna make more than $300 plus get the incentive. You have to let people know. Every person on here, I muted my own self. I was trying to mute somebody and I muted my own self. But listen, unless you signed up March of last year, which is very possible. Okay, I'm not saying that nobody didn't, but most of us signed up and we were like pumped with $175, or we were pumped about the $300. Well, this is insane money, right? So Tasha Scott came in March. I love that. Okay. Look for the people who are incentive driven. They're motivated. They're motivated. You're digging through your level 1s and you're looking for the people who this would bless. You're looking for the people who are like, this motivates me. When people tell me they can't develop level 1s or create business builders, I'm like, it's pure and simple. You're not providing value through having conversations about the business. That's it. Having conversations about the business. Go through every single level 1. Do that today and then go back into the energy bus and be like, done, did it. All the hands, all the praise hands, I did it, right? Do not procrastinate this. I've watched people procrastinate this. And this time next week, you're going to be like, why didn't I just send those messages? Because I've lost a week of helping somebody move into going silver. I want you to set a goal right here, right now, today, of the one thing that you are no longer just allowing to slide by in your life, that you are up leveling that expectation for yourself and growing. It is not a negotiable thing. I want you to put it in the comments. One thing that you're like, yeah, this is not a non-negotiable for me from now on, moving forward. This is one thing that I'm up leveling in this month in March. Okay. I want to see them in the chat. I want to see it. I want to see it. Showing up messy. Direct ask, adding a business filter, time blocking, reaching out, doing more direct ask. Not letting a single day go by that I don't message 5 people, more intentional postings and not just stories. Events on my calendar, not letting, okay, yeah, more events, time blocking. Yes. Okay, so let me ask you this question. When you read Rachel's and it says not a single day goes by without messaging 5 people, who here, raise a hands, get scared? You're like, oh gosh, I don't want to do that. I'm scared because by day 4 or 5, I've run out of people. Well, guess what happens when it's an expectation on yourself? You go find people to message. You start networking more. You increase and become unstoppable when you make that decision. So scared money don't make money. That's right. That's right. So here's the thing. If you want to blow your business up March through August, this is the start. I learned this from a mentor of mine, Natalie Fuller, who is incredible. She's been in the industry for 35 years. She's amazing. And she always told me, March is the pulse of what your summer is going to be. So I want you to really think about that. How am I going to set up my summer? How am I going to set up my business? If you have the potential to have your highest amounts of joins this month, what are you going to do different this year than you did last year? What are you going to do different this month than you did last month? Are those people just going to slip through your hands? Come on, I'm talking to somebody. Are you going to get people on calls? Right? Are you willing to do the work that it takes to take this to the next level? So really asking yourself, what is my goal for this month? So if your goal, and I'm just going to tell you, if you're under my voice and if you're on my team, which you are, I hate to tell you, you are, is that your goal better not be 12 level 1 signups. Your goal better be 2 silvers. If you have to choose, okay? If you have to choose, I want you picking the silver development. 12 level 1 signups and 2 silvers, that's fine. 6 level 1 signups and 2 silvers, that's fine. But you're not just going for straight recruits. You are looking to build a business. Can I get an amen from somebody? You're looking to build a business. Listen to me. Affiliate marketing is going out and grabbing 1. Network marketing is I'm going to grab 1, and I'm going to have you go grab 1. And I'm going to have you go grab 1, and I'm going to help people get in their networks. Every person who joins your team has a network of 300 people, and you've got to start picturing that in your head. So every time you just let them go, every time you don't have conversations with them, every time you think, oh, they'll never share, you're literally closing the door on 300 people and 300 opportunities. So for example, Alicia actually saw a post from someone else. I can't remember what how it went down. Anyway, she posted, she was looking for relief for she didn't know, responded to her post and signed up. Okay. Other people's networks are also ways that you're going to get in and start recruiting more people. So having conversations. So on your list of paper should be messaging every single level 1 that you've had or are still ordering, including tap rooting. Okay. For my OGs on here, if you have a team bigger than senior gold, you're looking at your level 2s, you're looking at your level 3s. And today's the day. Cancel your plans. I'm talking to somebody. You either a hobby or you working. Cancel your plans and get this done today. Okay. Had to move some eye appointments, had to move a dentist appointment. It's like, this is the day to work. Okay. So get those messaging in, messaging all of those people. And then the second thing is you're going to want to put down on your list, what is the one level that you are committed to up leveling this month, that you're not going to accept anything less than your absolute best in this one area. Okay. The next thing is this is going to be a challenge. Okay. I know this is going to be a challenge for a lot of us. Every single day in the month of March, you should be posting about the Apple iWatch, iPad, red light therapy every single day, not 6 days out of the 7, not 2 days out of the 5, every single day. And you can find creative ways to post it. Some days it's going to be, oh my gosh, this person on my team earned it. Oh my gosh, I'm still trying to decide, what am I going to pick? And then most of it's going to be, do you want to earn this too? Do you want to earn this too? Because here's the thing, 8 to 12 exposures. If I'm messaging my level 1s, there's number 1. If they're following my stories, which they now will be, if they've got a message from me, they normally start to follow my social media. They're going to see it 7 more times within that week. So within that first week, I've already hit them 8 to 12 times and only reached out once. Right? So you've got to start thinking like a marketer. Am I marketing to people, or am I just throwing crap up and hoping for the best? Market with a plan. Every day. Do not miss. Do not miss. Hold yourself accountable. Set an alarm. This is not hard, but it is tricky when you're not in the habit. Because what will happen is people will be like, oh, okay, fine. What is this? What do I need to do to earn it? And we want to hit them on the front end, right? Because towards the end, it gets harder for them to develop a silver if they only have a couple days. Okay. So you've got messaging your level 1s. You've got the one area that you're going to grow in, and then you've got doing a story every single day. One thing that I've really realized, and Lisa sent me something last night that I thought was really powerful, is that especially when you work from home and something like this, it can be difficult to motivate yourself to stay on task. And that's why clarity is so important. You're going to see people that maybe aren't all in, that aren't all bought in and aren't going diamond, but they will get the 6 people because they have a clear goal and a clear plan. So go and message your Mary Bessies, go and message your Alicias, go message your Rachels, go message your people, and really start to tell them about the incentives and let them know, oh my gosh, you can earn this money plus get this prize. Saying it over and over and over again. You want to be persistent, like Ray Kroc, okay? You want to be persistent. It's not bugging people. And I think when you get that out of your head, you're going to go so much further. I don't know, did anybody notice everyone's social media when they got back from the cruise? Like, it's like, I'm fired up. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Here we go. I'm pumped up. Yeah. How do you keep that energy? How do you keep that energy? You remind yourself who you are. You remind yourself that you have this opportunity just like anybody else. Just like anybody else. So if you could pick right here, right now, I could be a diamond by the end of this year, and this is what team I would like to foster it after. I really love how they run their team. Then you start implementing that today. Don't wait. Don't wait. Host your calls. Get your team on calls with you. Get your people in there. Creating a culture and a community is so critical and so important. You want to create that culture and that community. Gathering your people in the same group, gathering your people in a Facebook group, gathering them on a Zoom. Don't be afraid. Last challenge, okay? I'm throwing a lot at you today, but I want you guys to hit that emerald mark. And this is where it starts, okay? I want to challenge you to get every single new person on a call. Every single new person on a call. And if that stresses you out or that makes you feel like, oh my gosh, blah, 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 I don't know what to tell you. Take a big drink of Active and get on the phone and do the calls, because it is so worth it and it will move your business forward so much quicker. like so much quicker. And I want to explain why, because if you're anything like me, if I know the why behind it, I'm a lot more willing to do it. The reason why is, for example, if I'm messaging with Ashley and we're talking about the business and I'm trying to gauge her interest off of messages, okay, that come in one every 2 minutes, and then maybe she goes to make dinner and then I'm making dinner, and then I found, okay, we get back to it in the morning and I'm still just we're still chit-chatting. I'm not getting anywhere with her. If I call Ashley on the phone and I'm like, okay, listen, girl, seriously, you've got to do this. Okay, well, and here's what I'm going to hear. I'm going to hear objection number one. I'm going to hear fear number one. Well, I'm just okay. Like, yeah, I would love to. I don't know anybody. Okay. Or I'm afraid of the price. Or any of the objections that we hear. Drop some other ones in the comments if you want me to answer them. I love objections. I'm like, bring them on. Why? Why would I love objections? Because she didn't say, I ain't doing that, sucker. She said, I would if I knew how, if I knew people, I would if I, what she's asking me deep down is, do you think I can do this? And so when you start aligning with people and accepting their no, you're literally telling them that they can't do this. Become a master at this part. Become a master. You become a master by doing this over and over and over again, having these conversations. So if Ashley calls me and she's like, well, yes, I would love to share. I'm just afraid I don't know anybody. I'm like, Ashley, girl, people love you. Let's just start with a story. Let's start there. And then could you write down 50 people that you know? Let's start there. I'm giving her clear next steps. I'm not just leaving it up to her and being like, she's like, I don't know anybody. And I'm like, yeah, okay, you're right. How terrible, right? How terrible. But we do that all the time in Messenger because we don't bother to have the conversation of really, why aren't they pushing forward? So having those conversations with them and being confident in it and remembering you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And this takes practice. So the reason we don't do the calls is because of the reason that actually moves your business forward, which is handling objections. And just remember, if you're not sure what to say, be like, well, tell me more. It gives you a chance to grab your thoughts and think of another good question. Tell me more. Why do you think you know nobody? I know that you go to church. I know that you're in homeschooling. I know that you're whatever. But getting people on the phone is going to be the next, in my opinion, non-negotiable that you probably need to have for the month of March. So, who is committed to doing those things this month? We can do it. We can absolutely do it. And what's going to happen is it's going to be clear and focused, and you're going to feel purposed, and you're going to have energy, and you're going to feel more motivated and inspired than you have in a really long time, because you're going to be having conversations with people where I literally have heard people say, oh my gosh, I was just praying for an iWatch, or I was just praying for, I need an iPad for my kids, or I need this. And it's like, oh my gosh, okay. What people won't do for $400, they're going to do for the iPad. I'm just going to tell you. There's a reason Plexus does this every single year, is because it works. So don't procrastinate. Can I tell you, cancel your plans and get those messages sent out. Seriously, it'll be worth it. Your future self will thank you. But if you put it off today, you will put it off tomorrow. So don't procrastinate. Get out there and do it, because your dreams are possible, and you can be anything that you want to be. You can be anything that you want to be, and think about how you want your kids to see you and how you want to change the legacy of your future and of your life. I'm looking for legacy changers, not people who just want to kind of muddy around, right? I want to help the people that want to be helped, that are like, you know what? I'm taking my day off and I'm going to message. You know what? I'm going to take my day off and I'm going to go talk to other diamonds. I'm going to ask them what they're doing to change their business and change their life. Be aggressive about who you want to be. Don't hide. Be aggressive about who you want to be. Be bold about who you want to be and step into that leadership role and don't accept no for an answer. Be persistent and be consistent. And if you do those things that we talked about today, you're going to move your needle forward. You're going to move your needle forward. So go help your teams, go help yourself, and go be posting. I love you guys. Have a great Monday. Let's go.